Chris Paul's return to the Los Angeles Clippers marks a full-circle moment in one of the most illustrious point guard careers in NBA history. After more than a decade since his last game with the franchise, Paul's comeback on a one-year veteran minimum contract signifies not only a sentimental reunion, but also a strategic gamble by the Clippers to push for a championship with a blend of veteran leadership and star power. Paul originally became the face of the Clippers during the early 2000s, catalyzing the Lob City era with Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. While that team never fulfilled its title ambitions, Paul's leadership was instrumental in elevating the team from a historically irrelevant franchise into a consistent playoff contender. His departure left a void that no other floor general had fully replaced. Now, at 40 years old, Paul is back, not as the explosive athlete he once was, but as a basketball savant armed with 2 decades of wisdom and elite court vision that hasn't waned. His decision to sign with the Clippers on a veteran minimum deal speaks volumes about his priorities at this stage of his career. Financial gain is clearly not the motivator. Paul has made over $300 million in career earnings, not including endorsements. Instead, his return is fueled by unfinished business, emotional ties, and the opportunity to etch his name into championship history. During the press event at the Intuit Dome, Paul admitted that the moment was difficult to describe, calling it speechless, a word not often associated with a player known for his control and poise. It's a rare moment of vulnerability that underscored just how meaningful this return is for him on a personal level. Since leaving the Clippers, Paul has journeyed through Houston, Oklahoma City, Phoenix, and Golden State, adapting his game and proving he can still contribute meaningfully even as physical limitations increase. At each stop, he left a lasting impression, making young players better, guiding teams to playoff runs, and constantly adjusting his style to fit the roster's needs. His stint with the Suns was particularly notable. He led Phoenix to the 2021 NBA Finals and played an instrumental role in rejuvenating that franchise. His lone year with the Warriors was less impactful statistically, but valuable in showcasing his willingness to come off the bench and play a reduced role for the good of the team. That humility and self-awareness will be critical with the Clippers, where he joins a squad already anchored by Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Paul George. The Clippers' core is talented but fragile. Injuries have plagued Leonard and George, while Harden has consistently underperformed in postseason settings. What Chris Paul offers is steadiness. He doesn't need to dominate the ball to be effective, and he certainly doesn't require a high usage rate to influence games. His basketball IQ, ability to read defenses, and understanding of game tempo remain among the best in the league. The Clippers are betting that even in limited minutes, Paul can serve as the cerebral engine that keeps their offensive machine running smoothly. His return might not guarantee a championship, but it dramatically increases the team's floor and provides a calming presence in high-pressure moments. Paul's familiarity with the Clippers organization, albeit under different leadership, also gives him an advantage in adjusting quickly. The franchise has evolved since his first stint. The Lob City culture has given way to a more mature, defense-oriented philosophy under head coach Tyronn Lue. With Lue at the helm, the Clippers have shown resilience and tactical flexibility, both of which align with Paul's skill set. The two share a deep respect for each other, and Lue has long admired Paul's competitive fire and command over the game. Integrating Paul into the system may require changes in rotation, but Lue has the tactical acumen to maximize this opportunity. The emotional gravity of this reunion cannot be overstated. For Clippers fans, Paul's return stirs nostalgia and hope. He was the first superstar to make them believe that winning basketball could exist in their half of Los Angeles. When he left, many wondered whether that era had been the franchise's best shot. Now, with the team preparing to move into a new arena and recalibrating its aspirations, Paul's return seems poetic. It's a bridge between the past and present, a symbol that the Clippers are still chasing the one thing that has eluded them, a championship banner. This homecoming also adds another chapter to Paul's storied career, one that has included 12 All-Star appearances, multiple All-NBA and All-Defensive honors, and a reputation as one of the greatest point guards of all time. What has always eluded him is a ring. Despite his brilliance, injuries and misfortune have consistently derailed his postseason ambitions. In 2018, he was a hamstring away from knocking off the dynastic Golden State Warriors and reaching the finals. In 2021, he came agonizingly close but lost in 6 games to the Milwaukee Bucks. Those near misses fuel his desire to compete one last time at the highest level. His teammates in Los Angeles will benefit from more than just his passing and leadership. Paul's presence is a mentorship goldmine for younger guards like Bones Highland and Jason Preston. Even seasoned veterans like Harden and Leonard can glean insights from Paul's unparalleled preparation and competitive edge. Off the court, Paul is one of the most respected voices in the NBA, often involved in players' union matters and community initiatives. His experience brings a level of maturity and accountability that championship teams require. The Clippers are hoping that his voice in in the locker room can galvanize a group that has, at times, struggled with consistency and cohesion. While expectations should be tempered, Paul is not the 20-10 force he once was. His ability to control pace, orchestrate pick and rolls, and defend with intelligence makes him more than a ceremonial addition. If utilized correctly, he could be the missing link in a team brimming with talent but lacking the intangible qualities that separate contenders from champions. Paul thrives in late game scenarios where every possession counts, and his decision-making under pressure could prove invaluable during playoff battles. His return also raises broader implications for legacy. Few players have managed to sustain relevance across 2 decades, adapting their game without compromising impact. Paul's evolution from high-usage scorer to pass-first conductor reflects not just physical adaptation, but intellectual mastery of the sport. Every movement, every pass, every shot is calculated. Watching him operate is like observing a grandmaster execute a perfect chess sequence. If this is indeed Paul's final season, it offers him a chance to close the book on his own terms, competing with a roster capable of going the distance. The Clippers' decision to bring Paul back wasn't just a basketball move, it was a cultural one. In an era where sentimentality is often sacrificed for efficiency, Paul's return demonstrates a rare blend of emotional resonance and strategic value. It tells fans that the franchise still values its history and acknowledges the figures who shaped it. More importantly, it tells the players in that locker room that the time to win is now. With Paul, there are no excuses. His career is a blueprint for professionalism, preparation, and purpose. The hope is that those qualities will elevate everyone around him. Paul's ability to adapt will again be tested as he navigates a new dynamic. Harden is a ball-dominant guard. Leonard often initiates offense from the wing. Balancing those roles will require Paul to sacrifice touches and minutes, something he appeared willing to do with Golden State. His ego is not the focal point anymore. Winning is. The Clippers will likely manage his minutes carefully, keeping him fresh for when it matters most. But even in a reduced role, Paul's voice will carry weight in film sessions, timeouts, and critical fourth quarters. He knows the blueprint. The only question is whether this team can execute it. Off the court, Paul's reputation as a savvy businessman, advocate, and media figure continues to grow. His post-playing career could involve coaching, front office work, or broadcasting. But before that chapter begins, he has one more story to write on the hardwood. It's a narrative steeped in redemption, loyalty, and legacy. He may not be chasing MVPs or statistical milestones anymore, but what he's pursuing now is even more valuable. Validation. Validation that every sacrifice, every adjustment, every heartbreaking loss was leading to this one final push. In the grand tapestry of NBA history, players returning to former teams is not uncommon, but few returns carry the emotional and symbolic weight of Paul rejoining the Clippers. It's not just about nostalgia, it's about opportunity. The chance to do what he couldn't the first time. The chance to finish what he started. For a franchise that has long lived in the shadow of its crosstown rival, Paul's return is a reminder that greatness sometimes takes the scenic route. Whether or not it ends in a title, the journey itself is already one of the most compelling subplots of the upcoming season. As training camp approaches, eyes will be on Paul's conditioning, chemistry with the team, and how Lou integrates him into the rotation. There will be skeptics who question his durability or ability to contribute meaningfully at this stage, but doubting Chris Paul has never aged well. He's defied timelines, silenced critics, and reinvented himself more times than most athletes dream of. The Clippers are counting on one more reinvention, one more act in a storied career that, for the first time in a long time, feels like it's exactly where it's supposed to be.